is Texas. Texas is multitude. There's probably a lot of things in Texas.
We're not going to generalize.
My sister's engaged.
Really? It's like summer, not like fall. Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, she's living on Middlesboro. She was like the north.
Yeah.
She was used to for a while. Yeah. But yeah, she got better.
I do lots of stuff, but I like that as my like everything. I'm not worried about it being like moving between mediums because I feel like because everything is from my hand, it will ultimately be cohesive.
How long you been doing art?
25 years. Yeah.
25 years?
I've been making things. I'm 25. So yeah.
Maybe you.
Yeah, I've been making things for a long time. So I've been drawing like all kids. I've been drawing for as long as I can hold a pencil. Yeah. It's like the old thing where like all children are artists. The trick is just to remain one. Is to like remove the blockages that have been placed upon you, telling you that you can or cannot do things.
So do you went to school, art school, or is everything is?
Well, yeah, no, I've never been to any institution. I'm not adverse to it, and I look forward to the day when I do go, because I would love to. The main reason I haven't is because I've got an aversion into going into debt, especially for art. I grew up with folks who lived in debt for a long time, and I'm not necessarily afraid of it, but I don't want to. But I would love to, for the community, but also for the access to just the workshops, like a giant metal shop and a wood shop, and just I would love to go to art school, but I have not been. But I've been mentored by a lot of different friends and contemporaries, and lovely people have given me a lot of advice and shown me the way, and
In the artistic way, what is that makes you go crazy about? What are your influences? What is that you like so far, for now?
Yeah. My influences, they're innumerable. I really love that, that Jim Jarmusch quote, where he's like, it's playing on the idea of where like great artists, good artists borrow, great artists steal, but the trick is to not just take from one place, because that's plagiarism, but take from 1,000. And I don't mean just other visual artists. Like, take from the sound that the crickets make and the clouds you see. Like, there's, as humans, we are little conductors of acoustic resonance, and we're like constantly being bombarded with stimuli. So what we do is we filter it out, and we take certain things in. But there's the amount of things you can be influenced is just it's innumerable. It's like there's really no end. But personally, I'm really influenced by people who master their craft, who just do it in a big way, and just really spend a lot of time honing their skill. Yeah. And also giving no fucks. Like people who do things brazenly and in a way that, like, when children do things. I'm really, a big part of what I'm doing is trying to get back to how I was when I was like 5 or 6. You know, like when you're making things and you're drawing and you're drawing for the pure pleasure of having a line follow your hand. Like my friend Nick talks about, he teaches printmaking classes, and when he talks about, he loves these untrained artists when they're making things, because they're not as attached to the end result. So I have like a sincere art practice. I make it every day, and I have like, I'm open and free, but I have like aesthetic values. Like I know what I like and what works for me, but I like it when the freedom, like with children or people who are untrained artists or don't have a serious art practice, to when they're just not concerned at all about how things will turn out. They're just. I love that where they're just doing it for the pure, because really ultimately what it comes down to is it's all process. There is no end piece. Like there's no finality. Like it's all it's all works in progress. That's one of my favorite things to tell people when they're like, what medium do you work in? I'm like, progress. When you work in, I work in progress.
What's the reaction of people?
Well, people, it depends on the person, but they're often...
another artist, for example?
Other artists, or just people, they're like, other artists generally chuckle, but it's like, I didn't come here to regress. I came here to progress. I came here to work. Let's build it up.
Process, for example, in building on one of your things. So, like, the idea comes first, and then you look for all the.
I would say the process is more. It's often there's a lot of spontaneity. Like when I was a kid in high school in art classes, often I would just do the pieces first, and then do the preliminary sketches afterwards. There's not. Yeah, I really like the just free flow. Like for example, I haven't done much carving, but I like that medium, how it's a real, it's not a monologue, it's a conversation with the piece. Because like you have an idea of where it's gonna go, but the wood really dictates how it's gonna come to form. But with most of the paintings and most of the pieces, it's just really, what I like to do is sort of get myself into problems. Like often I'll just start at it. And then I'll paint myself into a problem and be like, okay, well, how do I make this work? And then, and then keep going. And then I feel like there's really something to be said for knowing when to stop, because you can really overwork things. Yeah. That I'm really grateful for the artist community that exists here in Victoria, and for the opportunity to have this space to show work. I just feel I'm super grateful and super blessed. Like my friends were essentially, I showed them some work and they're like, yes, you can have this room to show. It's really, I feel really honored and really supported by people in this town. Yeah, I'm just really grateful. Especially big ups to the ministry and to Katie and Matt and Cam and Aubrey. These people have been really, really good for me and fostering growth. And I'm just really, and casual living. Like, just let's keep it casual, people. It couldn't be more apt.